Hi everyone. Today I want to walk you through the basics of making a Facebook page. These are known as fan pages, although most of us prefer to call them business pages because they're actually one of the few places in Facebook that a business can legally operate. Okay, let's get started. I'm on my Facebook homepage, or wherever you want to start from. There's two ways you can get to where you want to go. Both are incredibly simple. Down here in your lower bottom bar, you have an application button. And if you'll click that and you'll go up, you have a bookmark that says for ads and pages. If you'll click that, it takes you to facebook.com business dashboard. And this tends not to load for most people. There's a couple ways to view statistics here. But where you want to go is this little pages link. And if you'll click the pages link, it takes you here to pages you administer. Okay, the second way to get here is from facebook.com in your address bar to pages/manage. And I put another slash on that and I hit enter, and it takes me also to here. Alright, once you're here, there's a plus create page button, and you'll click that. Once the Create New Page window has opened, you have a couple options. You have local, brand, product, or organization, and artist, band, or public figure. There's a couple ways you can go here. Some people go with other business. And for this I'm talking about that you can go if you're creating a fan page for using for marketing or using for establish your personal branding. In other cases, if you are a band or are an artist or things like this, some of these choices are more obvious. Under brand or product, some people like to use professional service. That's certainly an option. And under artist, band, or public figure, the other public figure is also pretty commonly used. Okay, I already have the name of this page set up because this is going to be a page to replace a group that I've had some trouble with. So I'm going to put that in the name of the page, and there's an option to not make page publicly visible at this time. You can use this if you don't want it to be searchable, if you want to have time to finish up all your editing and get all your bells and whistles in place before anyone can find it. However, unless you're extremely super huge, most people don't go looking for these pages anyway unless you go ahead and fan them right away. So this is 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's up to you if you check it. And once we've got that, we'll click Create Page. If the name of your page gets through the filter, you'll go to the new page window. Your page is actually created at this point. You have a page. And you have a lot of options here of things you can set up. But it looks real similar to your profile. And that's really key. They handle extremely like your profile. Your wall is your wall, and one option you'll probably want to use is to click Settings and to enable Post by Page and Fans. This will enable your members and your fans to comment on the page, unless you want to restrict it to only you being able to comment, but that's not really social in a social media environment. And that's alright, and we'll leave that. And we'll click the Info tab, and again, like your profile, you have an edit info, and you have your basic info, your detailed info, your contact info. You can fill all this out. This handles just like your profile did, and each of these have a Save Changes, and when you're done editing in here, there's the Done Editing button. That's pretty straightforward. Setting a profile or a page pic is a little different than setting a profile pic, because when we hover over this, we get a Change Picture box that when we click it, comes up with a place just to upload a photo. There's not really the photo storing that there is on a profile page, and you really just upload the photo directly. It shows up right there, and that's kind of the end of it. You can edit it, you can remove it, but it's really super straightforward. In fact, profiles would probably handle a little easier if they were that straightforward. Okay, one of the advantages of Pages is this insight box. And this gives you an idea of the number of times both you're interacting with the page and your fans are interacting with the page. This helps give you some idea how your page is really performing and if you're doing your job. It gives you some insight as to whether members are contributing back, if you're doing the things necessary to get people to contribute on your page. And so these are really some interesting numbers to watch. You can fill in some information here about the page. This little click has a save. You can click on and off of it. And the big features that you may want to set up later are all in this edit page. And if you'll click edit page, you come to this. And this looks like a lot like your settings up in the top, but this is the settings for the page itself as opposed to being for just your profile account. There's restrictions, age restrictions, status, gender restrictions, things you aren't likely to need. There's wall settings, default views for fans and control. These can be useful. There's mobile settings, how to publish updates and that on the go. I enjoy these because I enjoy being able to keep in contact with everyone from my mobile phone. Then you have applications, discussion boards, events, links, notes, photos, videos, and what's really useful is more applications. Now, because I have it on my other pages, the static FBML is already showing up here. Now, this is an application you'll want to look into, and I will cover more a little later in another video. If you want to add applications to your fan page or to your business page, it's pretty straightforward. You'll come back down here to Applications, and you'll click it, and you'll click Browse More Applications. And in this one, just as an example, I'm going to type in Profile HTML because this is a very useful box that a lot of people use to put an opt-in box on their fan page. And I typed it in and I hit enter, which triggered it to search. And here you see it come up, and I'll click on it. You can become a fan of it. You don't need to right away, but you have a couple options. You have Add to My Page, or Add to My Page as Favorites, or Go to Application. Now, you want to click Add to My Page, and it'll come up if you have more than one page and ask you which page. So select the page we're talking about, and I'll click Add. It'll actually let me add it to all of them at the same time if I wanted to, and click Close. Now we're going to go back to our page. Now, I've dragged the little ads and pages icon out here. This icon is the same as the one you find under Applications, Ads, and Pages. But I'll come back to my page, and again. Okay, now I'm back here. Now I come back to Edit Page, and if I go under Applications, you'll see that Profile HTML is now added. And you have an edit and the settings and the remove, and you'll do all that kind of editing from there. Okay, once you have all this in place, there's a click here to go back to page. And that actually took me, because I have multiples, that took me back to ones I admin. So I click OK and click that one. And now I'm back here. You've noticed that because I've been through the editing, I now have a Photos tab and a Discussion tab. And you can remove these if you want, if you prefer not to use them. But there's a variety of tabs under this plus that you can set up a number of things. And these tabs are really useful. You'll later want to set up a welcome tab so that you can have some increased branding on your page when users first come to visit, when fans first come to see your page. That'll show until they click the Become a Fan button. And it's really a good prompt for them to encourage them to become a fan. Alright, I'm going to go back to my wall. And you see I have a lot of setup work here to do, but it's all really straightforward. Like I said, this handles like your profile, and it's incredibly simple. There's a lot of people that get really worried about making a fan page, but it's super easy. So don't let it stress you out. Give it a go. And you see my new page here, and if you have any questions at all, I welcome you to come post some questions. I look forward to your feedback, and I hope you'll leave comments. Talk to you soon.